Once upon a time, we may experience in our lives hardships, tribulations, sometimes difficulties, temptations, and things that we are not being prepared for those situations. In today's gospel, we have a similar story about Jesus Christ, who was with his disciples, and he invited them to cross the sea, and there were many with them. In our lives, it's like that journey. We are living in a journey across the sea of time to share the journey of sea eternity in our lives. And during those crossings, we might encounter those storms. How this study of the gospel relate to you? How many times when we experience those storms in our lives, whatever it might be, sometimes personal issues, family issues, or sometimes issues in your place of work or your friends, what do we do in those moments? Because the beauty of the gospel story is that the Lord allowed those situations to help us to see how much we have faith in Jesus Christ. We put everything in His hands. And I like what the gospel tells us today. They would call Jesus Christ, who was with them in the same boat. And He said, "Why are you terrified?" And He said that, "Do you not have little faith?" And Jesus Christ woke up and said to the sea, "Be quiet." And immediately great calm come to them. This is the message of the gospel today. In the middle of those situations in our lives, Christ wants to be with you and me in the same boat, coming from daily life experience to eternity, to heaven. And we encounter those situations in our lives, and He's there to tell you, have faith in me. Ask and you receive. How many of you, let's be honest, had experienced His love, His consolation, His kindness in your life? That's what the apostle, they experienced that the Lord was with them. He never abandons them, because He's the one who comes to save us and to help us every day when we encounter those storms in our lives, those hardships, those tribulations, and say to you, have faith. I will do whatever you ask for me to do it. What a privilege, what an honor to experience Christ's love and mercy and kindness in our lives. In order to see that, we had to be like the apostle, run to Him. Yes, Lord, I want to pray because I experienced that, and sometimes I feel terrified. Sometimes I feel, lost, and I don't know what to do. And the question that we might ask, do we have faith in Jesus Christ in those moments? Do we invite Christ to be with us? That's the good news. In the second reading to the Corinthians, Paul said that to us, the love of Christ impels us once we have come to the conviction that one died for all. Yes, when Christ died for us on the cross, He reminds us there is no fear, there is not tribulation, there is not a storm that I cannot control and be with you. Because everything on earth and in heaven have been given to me through God. That those who believe in Christ and die with Him may experience how good the Lord is. And I want you to have that conviction that Christ is always there for you. He loves you. And He wants to bring to your life to your heart His peace, His consolation, His comfort, and say to you, only my love and my grace is enough to be with you. Have faith. Why is that important to us? Because we know that we live in a place that we are surrounded with many things. Divisions, hatred, mistrust, fear, injustice, all of these. And those things affect us in many ways. But the only one who helps us to overcome the situations is Jesus Christ. We have to believe that with all our hearts, with all our minds, and to see how much He loves you. To see that when Christ shows to you and to me His love and kindness, amazing things happen to us. Miracles happen to us. Things that we never experienced before happen to us. Because it brings His divinity, His love, His kindness to our hearts. That we only receive it and be renewed by His presence and to experience His presence among us. Do we need this every day? Yes. Because the lacking of that relationship with Christ doesn't help us at all to overcome the situations. That is simple like that, because we are humans. We can be, we can be annoyed, we can be sometimes very angry, whatever those human feelings are. That is exactly what the Lord is talking about these. Those little storms we may experience, Christ calm those fears, those feelings, and help us to find in Him the trust and the peace that we needed. Seriously, we need that every day. At least I need it as a priest. Otherwise, I cannot be here as a priest talking to you. Because I encounter, like you, those little storms every single day in my ministry, in my people in my parishes. And I had to say to the Lord, Lord, be with me in the same boat with me, that you can help me how to get to the other side, and find in you the knowledge and the wisdom and the love how to be with my people and find kindness in my heart. The same thing with you as a family, with your spouse, with your children. We need that. Otherwise, it's going to be a little tougher and harder to find that peace and that calm that only comes from Christ. That's what happened here, because we came to the church on Saturday at 4:30 because we bring all those storms that we encountered this week, and we need to find that peace and that rest. That's what happened in the Holy Eucharist. Christ invites us to this holy banquet and says to you, what can I do for you? You need to ask and believe that He is present in the Holy Eucharist. And to that communion with Christ, He might tell you, do not be afraid, do not worry, I'm here with you, because I have been prepared for you this holy food banquet to sustain you, to give you the grace and the strength to overcome those situations over there. This is who we are. That we became what we have received, recipients of His kindness, His love, His mercy, His compassion, to help us to breathe in Him and experience that in our hearts and share that with others. Whatever storm you might experience or carry out in your life right now, I encourage you, when you come to receive the Holy Eucharist, ask Jesus Christ, like the apostle, Lord, calm my fear. Lord, calm whatever it may be. Stay with me, Lord, because without you, I'm lost. Without you, I'm nothing. That you and I come to testify how good the Lord is, and in His name, amazing things happen to us.